where people are actually doing some strange things for some cash and they're not letting other people know what this. Or you just see them popping out with these bags and these designer stuff or taking these lavish trips, but they're not letting you know what they had to do so they can get these trips. So hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Milange and I'll be talking about sugar daddies. And this is like part 2. I first made a part 1 to the sugar daddy conversation, but I'm just like following up because there's been some new things happening. Like, I don't know if you guys have been looking at the internet and seeing what's happening, but it's a lot of stuff happening. So today I'm doing a soft glam. So this is a soft glam look that I'm doing. I just did the eyes off camera. We're gonna get to it. This is the real version. This is real spicy. And this is our Instagram fantasy. Like, this is real life. And when y'all are telling young girls to go for sugar daddies, y'all better be making sure that y'all letting them know all the cons, all the bad things and negative things that can happen. Dating just for money. Let's talk about what a sugar daddy is. We all know that a sugar daddy is basically, you know, someone that you're dating for money and gifts or status or whatever you want to call it. But most likely, it's usually for money. Like, yeah, we see a whole lot of different, like, you know, lives on social media. But one thing that these people don't talk about, it's like the dangers that come with the sugar daddy. All they do is just glamorize it. All they do is glamorize it. Like, oh my God, this is what you could get. This is what my sugar daddy did for me. But they don't tell young people the truth about the sugar daddy aspect. Like, there's a lot of stuff that it comes with. But nobody tells the truth. They just post all the good stuff. And I think if you're gonna glamorize it, you need to be truthful so people can actually know the stuff that they're getting themselves into. Because if you're just gonna post only the good stuff and not be honest, that's like a disservice to other people. Also, it feels like you're a kind of a fraud. Because, like, be honest about what you have to do to get these things. Don't just like, oh my God, I got this, but don't want to be honest about it. And then young people are watching and they're like, oh my God, like, I need to be able to get that myself, or I don't have this, and feel bad about themselves. Whole time, you're doing crazy stuff for the money. And it's a lot of situations on social media where people are actually doing some strange things for some cash and they're not letting other people know what it is. Or you just see them popping out with these bags and these designer stuff or taking these lavish trips, but they're not letting you know what they had to do so they can get these trips.
Next time around, fuck, I want it to be different, yeah. Waiting on a sign, guess it's time for a different prayer. Lord, please pay for me.
Which is a disservice. It's a disservice for young girls because they're watching this and they're thinking like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong, or I need to do this to get this. But literally, these people are they're basically selling their souls. Make sure you're being honest. Tell the world and tell the truth of what you're actually doing for the money. About how, like, when you're in a sugar daddy relationship, usually it's with older men. And we all know that older men date younger girls for not one reason, but this is the main reason. The main reason is for control. Because they know that ladies their age are not going to go for the stuff that they're talking about. They know that. So what do? They try and find younger girls, right? Not saying that all relationship with an older person means that this is a type of relationship. But as long as you got a sugar daddy relationship, this is what they're expecting out of you, right? So they want control. They want to know. Most times they're gonna want to know where you are at all times. They're gonna want to know what you're doing. And the sad part is they already lived their life. Like, they're gonna be wanting you to be home all day cooking or whatever situation, because you know at the end of the day they're paying you, so they want you to do whatever they want you to do. And it's like you have a choice, but at the end of the day, if you don't do what they're saying, like, yeah, you know what, this is not working out for me, you're not doing this and this, so I'm taking back my money.
And as a woman, even if you get with a man with money, you should have your own. Because one thing you learn from young, one thing I learned from having aunts, you could have a man with money. You can have a kid with money. If you stop doing what that man asks you to do, or if that man decides to leave, or if you deal with a man from the streets and he go to jail, that's your child. That's you. That's your responsibility. That's your hustle. You got to grind for that child. It's always two parents, but sometimes not really two parents. And if that could be alive right there and then, that's why you always got to have your own. It's not even about, oh, I don't need a man. I don't need the father. I don't need the thing. But sometimes they get to the point that it's like, they're going to make you feel that way. That's why you need it. I had cousins and I had aunts and I have it. That is like, they men have a little bit of money, have a little bit of land, have a little bit of this. And when those men are done and through with you and put you off the ringer, it's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that kid no more. Or like, you get these $200 every 3-4 months when I want you to.
So they want control. And most times they find victims, like young girls. It's easier to manipulate young girls. Dinner by 5, or you getting your butt beat up. It usually starts off really nice, but then it could be abusive if you don't do what they tell you to do. But like I said, this is not for all this is not for all accounts. Like, everybody doesn't experience the same thing, but this is what a lot of people actually go through. And this is the stuff that they don't tell the truth about. They don't tell you, okay, this could happen, this could happen. They just glamorize it all the time. But these are things that can actually happen to you. And like, I've seen so many stories. Like, there's so many stories. If you look on TikTok, bro, there is so many stories about young girls talking about how they had a sugar daddy or whatever, and this is what they expected of them. I'm gonna see if I can try to find some clips I'll insert.
And our favorite TikTok sugar baby and sugar daddy have finally called it quits. And here's
If he was still poor, would you marry him? That's a loaded question. Due to his financial situation in the beginning, I was able to quit my job, and he was able to fly me out every week. You can say that I'm shallow, but so is he. But literally, why isn't he with someone his age? Why did he decide to be with a 19-year-old? So in a way, we're both shallow. But we eventually grew to love each other.
And here's his message.
Hi guys, first I want to thank you guys for all your comments about concern about me and Adrian and my relationship with her. So I thought I'd address this today. First of all, Adrian is one of the most important persons to me in my life. Amazing five years with her, and it's been a beautiful 5 years for me. As you know, I'm a lot older than Adrian, and she's a lot younger than me. And we have decided to separate, and she's planning to go to college and school and pursue her careers and her goals in life. And I love that about her. Also, I'm to take my life in a little bit of a different direction because I am 66 years old. I'll be 67. Me and Adrian are going to remain best friends. She is my soulmate. She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yes,
so, we're going to be in each other's life in one way or another.
They're talking about how their life was ruined.
What's the most expensive item you own?
Oh my God. I haven't stopped spending money on her.
How the relationship was just toxic. I remember seeing this girl. She was married to this guy, actually. But she married him because he was like a sugar daddy at first. But then she ended up divorcing him. Like, she was talking about how she felt like she wasted her youth. And she had to learn a whole bunch of stuff over. Because she met this guy when she was like 18. And divorcing him wasn't easy. She had to learn how to cook. She had to learn how to do everything. Because when she was with him, they had like a chef that would help or do whatever. Housekeepers and stuff. But then she had to learn how to do all of this type of stuff by herself. People are going to do whatever they want to do. But be smart about it. Like, make sure that if you are in that type of relationship or that type of dynamic, you're making sure that you're saving your money, not only like spending it like recklessly, but saving your money just in case he cuts you off. If he cuts you off, you have something to lean on and not like at the mercy of a man, because you don't want to be at a mercy. You never want to be at the mercy of a man. If your life, you gotta make sure that you can provide for yourself. You gotta make sure that you can do a lot of stuff for yourself. You don't want to be at mercy of a man. Make sure that you're stacking up. Make sure you have an exit plan. If stuff goes left, that you can leave and you'll be okay. You're not subjected to actually stay in this relationship and be abused. And like, bro, you're young. Like, we're young. Like, get to the bag on your own. Do you have to have a man to be able to do what you need to do? Like, the Diddy situation should be an example. because everybody thought these women were living great lives and doing a bunch of stuff because they were with Diddy. But come to find out, bruh, being abused all this time, being sex workers. Sean Combs leveraged his financial power to ensure that she did whatever he wanted her to do. So basically, P. Diddy or Sean Combs made sure that this girl did whatever he wanted to do based off the financial aspect of it, because he was paying her $10,000 rent. I think it was $10,000 almost every day. He would make her have these freak offs, and if she didn't do it, he would threaten her that he would take away the funding if she didn't do what he asked. And this is why I say make sure you have an exit if you are gonna pursue this sugar daddy situation, because you don't want to ever let a man threaten you and tell you if you don't do this, you're not getting paid. Like, that's crazy. That's unacceptable. And he would make her take drugs and have these sexual intercourses with these guys that she didn't even know. And then the worst part is Cassie even said it too. Cassie said that even on her period, even when she had a UTI, she still had to perform these sexual acts for Diddy. Make sure that if you are in this type of situation, you have a backup plan. Because look what happened to Cassie and all the other victims. They were forced to do all this just because Diddy was paying their rent. When it comes to Cassie, he was paying her rent, he was paying her car, he was paying everything, and she felt that she was trapped. Like, she couldn't do anything, or, you know, he told her he would leak her sex tape, sue her because she was under contract with him when it came to the albums. And mind you, she met this man when she was 19. That's the thing. These guys go for younger women, ruin your life. She spent 10 years with this man. 10 years. Getting beat up, peed on, X stuff. For 10 years. He essentially ruined her life, bro. She lost all of her youth with this guy. Her whole life. But luckily, she was able to get married and start her own family and to live with that trauma every single day. That she had to participate in these freak-offs every single day. She had to do what Diddy said or she was going to get beat up. She has to live with that for the rest of her life. And that's actually quite unfortunate because those memories and those experiences don't go away. I believe she settled with Diddy for like a undisclosed amount of money. But those traumas, like that trauma does not go away. She has to live with that for the rest of her life. And that is absolutely insane. So this is the final look. This is so amazing. So beautiful, so neutral. The eyes. I just love this look. And I'm closing out the video. But like I said, just make sure you guys are safe. Just make sure that you're stacking up your money. Like, just in case anything happens, you're stacking up your money. And you're not depending on a man. You have your own. You have your own things going on. Like, we're young. You're young. Like, you can go and work. You don't have to depend on a man. Like, yes, it's nice for a man to take care of you, but at the end of the day, make sure you have your own. Make sure you're financially stable. So whatever a man does for you is extra and not the end all be all. So you're not in a situation where you can't leave or you're not gonna be able to pay your bills or live somewhere nice. Like, make sure you're stacking up that money. Make sure you're working hard. Just be an overall good person. And I hope the victims get the clarity that they need when it comes to the whole Diddy situation. But it is what it is. But see you guys.
Favor for me. Do this one favor for me.